My entitled stepchildren told me that they don't need me anymore because their mother is back. Now, they have come to realize that it is the biggest mistake of their lives. I have been married to my husband for 6 years, and he has twins, a boy and a girl, and they're 16 now. When we started dating, got married, we went to family therapy, and I made it clear that I was not trying to be their mother or replace their mother. Their mother hasn't been in their life since they were about 8. Things have been great with us these past 6 years. They even started calling me mom when they were around 12. Recently, their bio mother came back into their lives, and they were really excited. Things were great for about 6 months, and then they started to call me by my real name. That hurt, but it's what they chose to do, and I never questioned it. Recently, they've been getting very disrespectful. They don't follow the curfew rules. They're not cleaning up after themselves. They're talking back to me, telling me I'm not their real mom, that I'm the reason she left, which is not true. I didn't meet him until almost a year and a half after she left. She said that now that she's back, they don't need me anymore. 3 weeks ago, there was a big blow-up where my stepson called me a biatch. I took his phone and told him to his room until his dad came back, but instead, he ran out and went to his mom's. She came over and it was a big argument. She tried to hit me and I pushed her out of my house. My stepdaughter told me if I ever put my hands on her mom again, then she'd kick my ass. They both went to their mom's place. After that, I haven't been very active. I usually take them to sports and activities. I don't wake them up for school, so they've been late a few times. I tell them to have their mom wake them up and take them. We were supposed to go to Disney World for their spring break this week, but I canceled everything. I told them and my husband, and I guess they thought I was bluffing. We were supposed to leave Thursday night, and when I didn't start the usual vacation roundup, they were shocked. They started saying I was jealous that their mom came back into their lives, that I'm a horrible person, I'm selfish. There was some name-calling, and my husband was silent. I asked him if he was going to step in, and he said I was wrong for canceling. I left and went to stay in a hotel. He has been blowing my phone up asking me to come back, and yesterday he told me that their mother disappeared again, and they've been calling me crying and apologizing. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't feel like I'm part of their family, and they can't just cry and come back now that she disappeared. I told my husband that I want a divorce and I'll be back over this week to get my things, but we have nothing to talk about. Update. I went back to the house 2 days ago and my husband and I had a long talk about what happened, how I didn't feel protected by him, and how he knew how disrespectful they were being but didn't stop anything. He said that he still loved his ex and that's why pretty much he didn't want to do anything for her to leave them again, but that didn't change how he felt about me. I did not feel comfortable with that. I told him that I'd been there, not her, and how he could still love her, and it was very emotional and there was crying and yelling. I made the decision to move along with the divorce. I spoke to the twins and they cried and said it's their fault and to forgive them and their dad and not to leave. I told them that as much as I love them, staying with their dad and in this home was not an option, but I would still love to have a relationship with them if they wanted. I am still very much hurt by what happened and would still appreciate a little more time for myself. I let them know that their actions have consequences and they can't treat people the way they did. I moved out and was staying in a unit in one of my rental properties. Exciting news, I bought my first house. It was a fairly quick process. I'm excited for what's next. I bought my first house ever. And next month I am taking a break from work for a few weeks or the whole month, maybe 2 or 3, and doing some exploring of the world and healing and finding myself. I lost myself in the twins and my husband and didn't really focus on what I wanted and what made me happy. So I bought tickets again for Disney World. I have also made plans to go to Thailand next month, and from there, I have no clue. I'm doing some spontaneous trips. I have always wanted to see the 7 wonders of the world. Anyway, I am really happy to be getting a break. I told the kids I would love to have them over for dinner when I get settled into my new place. I feel bad about canceling their trip to Disney, so I'm thinking about funding a trip for them this summer for their 17th birthday, just not with me. I'm excited to travel alone and need a mental break.